My name is Heyman. I am the owner of Addis Paris Cafe, located in Mount Pleasant. I have been in business for the last 10 months. So I was born in Addis, and my mother left when I was 4 years old to France. And a few years later, I went to be with her and then lived there in high school and college years. And I got a job offer to work in a travel agency. And while before I got the job, I decided to practice my English, and I came to the US for about 30 days to practice and to improve my English. And what I saw in the US was an amazing thing, that women just who look like me, or men actually, who have a job like in the government or politics, and also owning businesses, and that was a big inspirational for me. And I wanted to see how far I can go myself, what am I capable of. And I was determined to come back to see where it takes me. And a few months later, I came back to the US, and since then I've been here for many years now. So I always wanted to open a cafe, and that represent Ethiopia and France. I am fascinated by these two cultures, and I wanted to bring that through music and food and artworks. And also I wanted to create a friendly environment, a welcoming environment. This is what Ethiopia is all about, in hosting and welcoming and just giving. That's how I grew up, and I lived in that kind of environment. So I wanted to bring that. And also the sophistication of France, how everything is so elegant and so done delicately and perfectly. And I wanted to bring that to Mount Pleasant. I believe I am getting there. I'm not maybe exactly where I need to be, but getting closer. And also my daughter, that is my main inspiration, that I wanted to make sure that even though I live my dream, but provide her with a better future, and also teach her hard work, dedication will realize your dream. That's so important, and I want her to see that. And I wanted to grow up with that. Running a small business, it's hard. You have your hand on every single things, from cooking and cleaning and making sure that customers are satisfied, and also the bills are paid. You don't know where the next rent is coming from if I don't have my daily sales goals met, or the invoice that needs to be paid. You don't know where that's coming from. So sometimes it feels really lonely. You realize that you are alone fighting for this, and it's quite challenging. On the top of that, I am a single mother again, and I have to be providing, not only sustaining my business, I make sure that my home is actually stable for my daughter. So it's really quite challenging. District Bridge. First of all, she's very friendly, very warm, and very welcoming. That's one of the things. And the other thing is what I was really touched by, because I know lots of Ethiopian restaurant owners. They don't know all these resources because they're not necessarily expert of doing Google search. They're not necessarily that kind of people. So her going to businesses door to door and telling us that their existence, it's a wow, because I would have never. I've been trying to find other resources online, and I've been to all these offices, but they're not necessarily informative. So I don't know exactly which one it applies to my type of business. So, but she specifically instructed me how to do it. these are for this purpose. You can do this. And even now, I ask her for other information. And so that's the part that I don't feel lonely. I have called so many times Brianne and never get tired of me. She makes sure she responded promptly and encouraged me. And I'm really grateful for that. Really, I am so relieved, especially now. We just applied for a grant, and I'm able to actually have sorry, getting a little bit of relief of this whole struggle that I've been going through for the last 11 months. So I'm grateful about that. So I don't know how I can express myself without being emotional about it, because I sometimes feel guilty calling her like, oh, Brianne, there's this thing's not going well, and how do I do this? And she's like, we can do this. She's like, you got this. Oh, no. For people like me, that is truly struggling, and even if I'm not getting the resources that I really, really have to have, the encouragement, it gives me another drive to reach, to reach something else, to make sure that I am going to pass this or overcome this challenge that I've been facing. So thank you.